The DT12 is an automated 12-speed transmission. It is integrated with the Detroit engines, so it allows for smart communication between the engine and the transmission to give optimized performance and fuel efficiency. So we took two of our Freightliner Cascadia Evolutions and weighed them at about 76,000 pounds. We constructed a 43-mile loop of highway here in Oregon that, when looked at over its entirety, is very similar to a typical long-haul application. We use a control driver who drives the control vehicle the entire time. That vehicle remains unchanged. And in the second vehicle, which is the test vehicle, we rotated 20 drivers in and out of the truck, driving 5 days of a manual transmission and 5 days of the DT12, basically 24 hours a day, generating 160 data points.
Okay, ignition in 3, 2, 1, start them up.
So on the first lap of every day of driving, we head out with the drivers because we have 2 new drivers every day, and we want to be sure that they're comfortable and secure on the route, understand where the transmission will go into coast mode. We also like to have an idea of the conditions on the test route today.
With the DT12, all the shifts were nice and smooth, especially starting up off the line.
Plenty of acceleration for being fully loaded and trying to get onto the freeway and merge.
Once you're driving out on the road, it's handling all the shifts, so it's keeping you right in the power band where it needs to be.
When you're driving a manual, you focus on being in gear all the time, especially when you're heading down a hill.
Makes it easier. You don't have to worry about so many things. You can concentrate on just keeping it between the white lines.
Yeah, I did a really good job of keeping the engine right in the sweet spot and keeping my miles per hour up.
Well, we're going to be coming up on the first coast segment here.
Yeah, I definitely noticed it switching into e-coast and just be able to drop down to idle and you'd coast.
And you'd look down and your tachometer would be dropped down to about 600 RPMs, and it's just really quiet and just coasting along, which takes a little bit to get used to, but it is kind of neat.
You know you are saving fuel. If this 80,000 pound GVW rig goes down, ever so slightly downgrade, and with the engine idling, you are saving fuel. And if you save fuel, you save money.
The engine brake comes on and off on its own. It's in the gear it needs to be in the whole time. Pretty relaxing way to drive a truck.
If you take an inexperienced pool of drivers and have them drive a manual transmission, pull that transmission out of the truck and put the DT12 in and leave everything else the same, we should see that fuel economy tighten up. And what that translates to is a better mean fuel efficiency that will translate directly to savings for them.
I would recommend this one. I think it's a very good product. It lets you concentrate on driving. It does everything for you and lets you concentrate on being safe. I was impressed with it.